So one of the interesting things about startups is that we use the word startup to actually describe multiple types. And it turns out there are two very different types of startups that actually change how you do customer discovery. The first type of startup is one in an existing market. And an existing market is just like it sounds like. There are customers, there are competitors, users can tell you the basis of competition, that is what they consider important. You could go out in an existing market and ask all kinds of customer discovery questions, and they could give you rational answers. They could say, oh, we'd pay a lot more money for X, or in an existing market, or gee, a low-cost market, we'd really be interested in if you wanted to sell to us for half the price, we don't need 80% of the features. You could learn those things when a market exists. But things get kind of screwy when you're a visionary entrepreneur. And that's when you're going to create a new market, a market that never existed. And it's in these markets that you get the comments of Henry Ford said, if I would have asked customers what they would have wanted, I would have gotten a horse with 6 legs. Or the Steve Jobs comment of, oh, we never, do what customers want, we invent the future. What these entrepreneurs were saying is, we're seeing far ahead of our customers. And getting out of the building and asking them for specific feature requests is kind of silly.
Hi, Steve. So I'm working on a new mobile computing device, and I'd love your feedback on it.
Great. What's it do? Is it Android or iOS?
So it's actually neither. It's a implantable device for your ear that basically connects to your brain waves, and you can now do everything you want to do just by thinking about it.
So does it run iOS 5 or Jelly Bean or Ice Cream Sandwich? Or
No, there is no Android or iOS. It's like your brain is the OS.
And so where on the iTunes store can I download this?
No, there's no iTunes store. It doesn't have anything to do with that.
But how do I run my favorite apps? I just want to select the app, and does it use Google Voice or Google Next or?
No, you don't need any of that, and you literally just have to think, and you get the information.
Well, how big's the screen? So one of the goals of collecting all this information from customers is so you become the customer. You're trying to understand the day in the life of the customer, from the time they get up to jump in the shower, to eat breakfast, to get in the car, to if it's business to go to work, or if it's consumer to go to school or something else. You actually want to know what's their life like. And unless you're a domain expert, there's no way you could figure this out inside your building. And why you want to do that is what you want to understand is where are they coming from? Where's their head about products and services, and what do they buy, and how would they use your product in conjunction with something else? Are they status seekers or don't they care? Unless you actually get close to them and are able to draw and articulate the day in the life of your customer archetype, you're going to be shooting in the dark. And worse is that a competitor is just going to steamroll you because they will have that information.
Hi, Steve. So I'm working on the next generation of mobile computing and would like to ask you some questions on what you do today.
Sure, and I'm really happy to help you. What would you like to know?
So can you tell me a little bit about what you use your smartphone for? So when you wake up in the morning, what you do, and all the activities you do with it?
It's very interesting. I kind of given up even my alarm clock now that I've had my iPhone. I just use my iPhone, and I use the alarm to figure out what time to wake up. And then while I'm in bed, I check the news and then read my mail. And then I'll, take a shower, get dressed, hit the car, and plug in my phone and play some music from the phone on iTunes on the way to work. And then when I get out of the car, going into work, I'm checking my mail just to see if there's some meetings or anything else on my calendar. And then, just before I go to bed, I'll look at my calendar on the smartphone and make sure I realize what time I have to get up. And then I'll set my alarm and go to sleep.
So can you kind of suspend disbelief and think about what it would be like to not have to use this device, but actually have all of that information that you need go straight to your head and be able to visualize data in front of you wherever you are.
Wow, that'd be a little spooky. You mean just like see it in front of me like some hologram?
Yeah, so let's say you want to check the weather. You simply have to think about the weather and now you can see the forecast.
I mean, not even with glasses, just...
Nope, right into your head.
Wow, that would be amazing. Are you guys working on that?
Yeah.